It's Ellie Setback reporting. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. So, it's official. David Price, Pricey boy, the Giant of Liverpool, will be facing one of the most dangerous Russians he would ever come across, and that is, of course, Alexander Povetkin. Now, there have been talk about this fight literally since the start of the year. I've made a video about it. This fight is now confirmed, so it's going to happen. David Price will be entering the ring with the killer Russian. Now, two things are going to happen in this fight, and that's the only way I could see it. A, it's going to be a disaster, as most of us feel, and David Price is going to get sparked out. David Price is going to get slain. He's going to be thrown, because many people feel like he's being thrown in here with the wolves, like he's a sheep being thrown in here with the wolves against Povetkin. That's either going to happen, A, or B, he's going to pull off an upset, and because this will definitely be an upset. It'll be probably the upset of the year if he beats Alexander Povetkin. Definitely the upset of the year. He'll probably win Upset of the Year award because, yeah, he's supposed to lose to Povetkin. Now, like I said in the past video, I think David Price has the style to beat someone like Alexander Povetkin. He's so much bigger than Povetkin. Povetkin is a short guy. He's about 6'1", 6'2". David Price is a giant. He's a Goliath. He's 6'8", 6'9". He has a much longer reach. And if he were to just be able to box and do that for 12 rounds, I think he could definitely outbox and win a points decision over Alexander Povetkin. The problem is his chin, right? But like I said, he has things going for him. A, the fight's in Cardiff, Wales. Like it's gonna be in his country, right? So David Price is gonna have the hometown advantage. But of course, that doesn't matter. You know, David Price had the hometown advantage when he fought Tony Thompson. David Price had the hometown advantage when he fought Erkam Tepa. These guys still knocked him out. So obviously, the hometown advantage doesn't help the fact that he doesn't have a chin, right? So obviously, Alexander Povetkin could definitely knock him out. 95% sure. But as I stated in the past video, I think that Alexander Povetkin is on the slide. A, he's 39. B, I don't think he's been the same since he's been caught with the juice. If you guys remember, when Alexander Povetkin, before he got caught with juicing, with PEDs, he was knocking guys left and right. He was knocking out guys like Carlos Takam. He was knocking out guys like Mike Perez. He was knocking out guys like Manuel Char. He was just brutally and viciously knocking these guys out. He was slaying them and laying them out. Then he gets popped dirty against Wilder. Then he gets popped dirty again, I think, when he fought Johan Duhaupas, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And all of a sudden, he starts going the distance with guys like Andres Rudenko. Rudenko, people. All of a sudden, he starts going the distance with guys like Christian Hammer. Christian Hammer was a guy who's been knocked out in the past. So, how does Povetkin go from brutally knocking out guys like Carlos Takam and, you know, Manuel Char and Mike Perez to going the distance with Andres Rudenko and Christian Hammer? All of us know that guys like Takam and Mike Perez are, in my opinion, better fighters than Hammer and, Rudenko, especially Rudenko. So obviously, it seems like his power has decreased or literally vanished in thin air ever since he's been popped dirty. So I think that the steroids did help him. So going into this fight, he's going into this fight with no steroids. And I feel bad for David Price because David Price always fights guys who are on PEDs. I mean, he fought Tony Thompson, who was on PEDs. He fought Erkam Tepa, who was on PEDs. So this is his third opponent that he's fighting in the heavyweight division that was on PEDs. I'm not saying he's going to be on PEDs on this fight, but he was on PEDs in past fights, in my opinion. You know, so imagine it'll be a great story for someone like David Price. Imagine being knocked out by two past, drug cheats, steroid abusers, to, overcoming a knockout artist like Povetkin, who was a former, PED user, and knocking him out or beating him, especially knocking him out. That would be like a Cinderella story for someone like David Price. So I wish him nothing but the best. I I think David Price is a nice guy. He's always been like a gentleman type of fighter. Like he's like a giant gentleman. He's always been a nice type of person. Every time I see interviews of him, he gives his opinion. He talks positive about fighters. So I have nothing but respect for David Price. I wish him nothing but the best in his career. And but do I think he's gonna win this fight? Let's just put it this way. I have 70% leaning for Alexander Povetkin and only 30% leaning to David Price. Like I said, though, it would be nice for David Price to win because it would be a great Cinderella story, really. And, I don't think David Price will ever be a heavyweight champion. But if he were to, somehow beat Alexander Povetkin, a former heavyweight champion, that would be a great story. Price could just retire right there, It would be a great kind of ending to his career. Imagine he beats him and then retires right there. He doesn't need to fight someone like Joshua or any of these big top guys because I think he'll get destroyed by them. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna win. But again, if he does win, that'll be a great end to his boxing career and a great story, really. And yeah, that's what I have to say. Again, guys, I'm back, and subscribe for daily boxing content. I'm out. Thanks for watching.